Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Divine Empowerment. My name is Joanne, and I want to say a special thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, commented, shared the videos. Much love. Also, too, if you're new to the channel, I will be doing a special gift giveaway with every 100 subscribers. The next one is at 500, and it's for this beautiful infinity jade crystal. I'm so excited. And also, too, I do live tarot readings. So make sure you tap the bell next to the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. This way you can come and ask me questions live. Yay. Okay, so this particular video is, I'm going to talk about the Akashic reading and clearing level 1 soul realignment, also to the level 2 and level 3. Okay, so what are the Akashic records? The Akashic record is actually an energetic library, and it's actually in the 5th dimension, okay? And it's a library that contains every choice and consequence that our souls have made from the time of the birth of our soul until our current present life. Everything is recorded there, okay? Because we have free will, and there is nothing more powerful than free will, okay? And because we have free will, we can actively, free willingly choose to make negative choices for ourselves. Now, of course, these experiences, especially from past lives, okay, so Akashic, the level 1, it's all about past lives. And those really are really awesome readings, which I'll go into that a little more detail in a second, but I do want to say this much. It's sometimes we experience such intense energies through our own free will choices, okay, and it creates energetic blocks, and these energetic blocks are almost like highlights, programs. We tend to repeat those same things lifetime after lifetime, when in all actuality we came here to create the experience that we want to live, right? Well, now we're finally in a place in time where we can thrive, right? We can thrive. We have so many possibilities, so many choices, but we often get stuck because of these energetic blocks in our Akashic records. So the first reading, the level 1, we look at whatever intention that you have, because these readings are based on intention. Now you have to understand that our Akashic records are massive, right? And it's all in energy, so the energy has to be interpreted and then put into our language and then delivered in a reading. But by bringing it to your awareness, and then actually make the clearing request with your higher self and your spirit guide team, they clear the blocks, okay? But then it's up to you to ground the clearing, okay, into the physicality. So yes, it does involve sometimes homework, sometimes it's just mantras. You know, there's different types of homework, but of course the reading comes with instructions. Now, also too, before we move on to the next portion of this, you will actually feel this work. Now, every reading and clearing comes with a full chakra realignment, just like Reiki, but better. And the more you do, the more clearings that you're able to ground and into the physicality, the stronger that Reiki treatment gets, to where you're not blowing out your energy centers, which is beautiful. I am a Reiki master, and one of the things that I didn't care for, I mean, I love Reiki, right? But one of the things I didn't resonate with was I felt like it was a band-aid, right? A client would come in, I would balance all their chakras, they would leave feeling great. Next thing you know, they're calling me next week saying, oh, I feel like crap again. There was no true transformation, right? It was just like getting a band-aid, putting a band-aid on it. Oh, it feels better now. Then the band-aid falls off, and then you're right back to square one. Now, because I wasn't happy, I kept going and I found Soul Realignment. Now, if you guys are interested in doing these readings, I'm going to link my affiliate page. You can definitely check that out. It'll be in the description below. Now, I am an advanced practitioner, meaning I have actually been certified in every single course that has been patented and created by Andrea Hess, Soul Realignment. And I've been doing this now for many years. And I tell you what, it's probably been the most profound modality that I've ever experienced or worked with. It's extremely powerful. So let's get back to that first reading and clearing, okay? Number one, we go over your soul profile. Now, this includes what planet you originate from. It also includes your primary divine gifts, and 2, your soul vibration rate, how well you pray, set intentions, goals for yourself. It also comes with what mystery schools would benefit you on your soul growth, and sometimes also time periods that will help you with your soul growth. Like, let's say, for example, you were born in a past life in the Viking age, okay? And you experienced extreme trauma in this lifetime, and it created these huge blocks. And you've been reliving these energies over and over, right? Well, part of your homework might be to read about the Viking age, right? Or watch like a TV series like the Vikings. It'll definitely help you reconnect with what happened. And like I said, level 1, they all come with stories. Like, I will actually tell you what happened, how many lifetimes ago it was, what happened, what went down, what created that, because it's about bringing it to your consciousness, okay? Because up until recently, I would say the majority of humans on the planet created their reality, 90% of their reality or more, from their subconscious mind, which is connected to the Akashic records. That's subconscious. That leaves 5% or less that you're actually manifesting consciously. Now, with this work, that shifts, okay, until you want to be 100% consciously manifesting your reality versus 0 subconscious. So instead of you creating 90+% of your reality from your subconscious mind, which who knows what's going on in there, right? That's why you hire me. So definitely, that starts to shift, okay? You gain more awareness. And as we clear up all those blocks in your subconscious, your Akashic record, which is linked directly to it, then you become more and more of a conscious manifester, and you can actually create whatever you desire, whatever you want to experience. And it also helps you step into your divine self-expression. All right, so yes, okay, so the soul profile. It also includes how many spirit guides you have, whether they're all positive, or if there's any negative ones, of course, that would be considered a block, and we would clear that, hire you a new spirit guide. Sometimes we hire negative spirit guides that help us uphold a certain energy so that we don't re-experience something. So let's say when you're 12, something traumatic happens. I can't even think of a good example, but let's just say something traumatic happens. And so you hire a negative spirit guide that holds up a certain energy so that you won't experience that trauma again. It could be anger or disassociation or some sort of negative energy that this spirit guide is hired to uphold for you. Now, when you start doing this work, you're going to find that as you clear these blocks and you clear these energies and you ground these clearings, that negative spirit guide no longer serves you. okay? Because you've cleared those blocks. You've cleared those energies. And it is something so profound. You will feel this. And also, too, we reset spheres of protection, right? And then, what else? I think that pretty much covers the soul profile. But just the information that you get in the profile itself is priceless. Absolutely priceless. Just that information alone for myself personally, it changed my whole life. I really understood why I had done the things that I'd done, gone through the things that I've gone through. It brought so much awareness, and I just remember, I was doing my course study, and whenever it got to my soul group, I just died laughing. I knew instantly, that's my soul group. I could not stop laughing. I mean, everything that she was saying, it just resonated. And every reading that I've personally delivered to my clients, they all say the same thing. It resonates. I've never had anyone call me up and say, nothing in this reading resonated. Nothing. That's never happened. Ever. And it's just been so powerful. And like I said, I've just seen so much transformation in people's lives. I mean, just dramatic transformation. Including my life as well. Because it was very important for me to manifest my dream life before I actually got on YouTube and started working with mass amounts of the collective. And also, too, I had a job. I was building a house, all this stuff. Met my twin flame. I was trying to get in a union with my twin flame, and then I was doing my energy work on the side for family, friends. It was all word of mouth. It wasn't my full-time income. I had multiple streams of income at that time. But this was the most fulfilling, right? The most fulfilling. And so it was important for me to manifest my dream life, my dream circumstances, before I went into this kind of scale level, right? I wanted to manifest full union with my twin flame. I wanted to manifest our dream life. I live on a yacht on the water. I'm traveling around the world. I mean, it's so beautiful. I'm doing my life's work, my mission work. The Akashic Records, Soul Realignment. That is definitely my mission work. And yes, it was just so important for me to get to that place because, and one of the things that my mentor, the creator of Soul Realignment, she always said is, you want to create before you help others create, right? So yeah, that's pretty much how it worked for me. But that doesn't mean that I didn't do the work and that I didn't do lots of clearings. And every time, especially as your soul vibration shifts higher and higher, if you're in the 4th dimension, you'll go into the 5th dimension, in the 6th dimension, 7th, 8th, 9th. You just keep going. And every time you cross into a new dimension, you gain new levels of awareness, new aspects of yourself, upgrades, DNA upgrades, also divine soul blueprint upgrades, your gift upgrades. It's like it just gets better and better and better. It's probably it is, in my opinion, the number one most transformational, most grounded, most practical, most easy to follow healing modality, and the best investment that you can make for you. Currently, it's on special. It's 75% off at $111.11. And there is not another advanced soul realignment practitioner that charges anywhere near that price. Okay. In fact, most practitioners, you started around $9.97 for the first one. That's a lot of money. So definitely, when I say this is an investment, It's definitely an investment, and it is my life's work. It is my passion. It's so fulfilling. And okay, so now we're going to talk about the actual realignment portion. Now, generally in the first clearing, we clear anywhere from 900 all the way up to 2,500 blocks in that first clearing. And you talk about feel amazing, right? Not to mention, it also heals your God spark, which we all have one. This is where we receive vital life force energy from divine source, which is infinite. And then that's the energy that goes through our energy body, the chakra system. And that's the energy that we create with, right? Well, because we have free will, we can choose negative choices for ourselves. And every time we do this, it causes God spark damage. So you will look younger, you'll feel younger, you'll have so much more energy. It's just amazing. And one of the things that I've noticed about myself is that I don't even look like the same person anymore, okay? Not even. I feel like I get so many compliments about my skin, how it's so shiny, and I'm always kind of glowing, and people just love the way I feel. They love to be near me. It's because I've been doing this work, right? And it's so transformational. For example, too, I was diagnosed with RSD, reflex sympathetic dystrophy. I didn't walk for 5 years. And the doctors told me that I would have to be on this medication for the rest of my life, which I hated it. But, okay, if they say so. And it was just so painful, especially in that first 5 years. Now, I did have numerous surgeries, and the pain got better. So I was able to get off the pain meds. But I still had to take these special some type of drug, who knows. But once I started doing this work with Soul Realignment, I take 0 medications. And that's probably been 3 years ago. I don't hurt. I feel fantastic. I feel 20 years younger. I joke all the time with my friends, well, I'm turning 25 again this year. But I move like a young person. I dance. I walk everywhere. I'm so active. And it's just that powerful, right? So definitely, and it affects all areas of your life. Even if you do the intention, like you want to find a soulmate, or you want a job promotion, or you want a new job, or whatever your intention is, okay, this clearing work will definitely hit that intention, but then it ripples out into all areas of your life. Your health, your mental well-being, your gifts, your pentacles, your finances, your love life, it ripples out, and it's so powerful, and it's so amazing, and it truly is the best investment that you can make for yourself. And it is the most it's the most transformational modality that I've ever seen. And it's not just information that you got to figure out how to apply to your life. It's that easy. Sometimes you just have like a list of mantras. You got to write them down and say them 3 times a day, and that's it for 21 days. And you're done. So, yeah. Now, like I said, level 1, it always comes with past life stories. Now, as you get into level 2 and level 3, okay, we start at level 1. That's the 5th dimension, the actual Akashic records, which is also the emotional record, because we create with emotion and action. Combine those two together, and right? Yes, and I could give a really good example of that, but I've done that in my manifestation series, so definitely check that out. I'll link that below. And I do talk about creating its action combined with the emotion. Because you can actually have two people manifesting the exact same set of circumstances, and one is on cloud nine bliss and the other one is miserable, about to have a nervous breakdown. So see, emotion is important, because it's not just about manifesting that dream home, dream job, dream family. What emotions do you want to experience because of that manifestation? And okay, so on to level. Okay, so level 1 is 5th dimension, and it's all about the emotions and past life. Now level 2, now as you proceed along, the readings are a lot less. It's just that first reading is a lot of information. It's 111, but generally the following clearings, they range from $22.22 all the way up to $66.66. So depending on how often you get them, depending on, yeah, it's mainly about how often. Now sometimes if there are level 1 clearings and there's more than one, then yeah, you could probably add on another 11 for that, because it is a lot to interpret the energies and then translate it into something that you can comprehend. Okay, it does take time. Now level 2 is all about the 4th dimension, the mental body. So, and it has a whole nother range of energy blocks, ranging from beliefs, imprints, illusions, chakras, just anything to, excuse me, and it mainly centers around the mental, the 4th dimension, and chords also. That's level 2. And then as you get into level 3, now that is 3rd dimensional blocks. Those are the densest blocks, and they are the most powerful once they're cleared. It's like you just think the readings, you feel them in the beginning, but as you go along, they get more and they get better. They just get better and better and better. And the great part about it is you actually get transformational results from this work that last, right? It's not like, I recently had a client and she said, I was wondering, am I going to be doing these clearings forever? And I said, depends. Are you going to stop creating? Are you going to stop manifesting? Or, you know, I mean, because we can't, like I said, the Akashic records are huge, and we can't clear everything at one time. It would be too traumatic, trust me. And I'm fixing to get to that, especially with the level 3 blocks, because they are the densest. And there's one particular block at the very end. It's called a NUP, N-U-P, a negative unconscious program. And they're created when we're infants. Okay. You know, like from 2 years and under, but pretty much everyone that I've worked with that's had these, that's gotten to the point of clearing these, including myself, I've cleared 17 for myself. It's because we're so dependent, and we just went through a traumatic separation from the divine, from heaven, from, you know, and then we're born, and that alone is traumatic. And then we don't understand anything, and nothing makes sense, right? And we're completely dependent. And what happens is we form these NUPs to help us make sense of what we're experiencing in that infantile state. Now, they're created from how our parents communicate, or how our caretakers communicate to each other, to us. Also, too, it's created from their attitudes. Let's say your dad had a bad day at work. Okay, things didn't go his way, so he came home angry. His attitude was anger. Well, you as an infant, he picks you up and you're like trying to make sense of this energy that he's that's all over him, right? Because he didn't drop his attitude off the door. It's not that he's angry at you, but because you don't understand, you create a NUP, and it's a negative unconscious program. Now, these particular blocks, like I said, they are the most dense ones. They are completely out of our awareness. Like, you can't even meditate to find them. Okay, they're called negative unconscious patterns. They're not even in the subconscious or the conscious. It's like outside of our energy body. And we do this to help us adapt, to make sense of what's going on, right? You know, and two, I mean, that's one of the things about this work. Like I said, you get more vital life force energy. So you're more youthful, you live longer, you're healthier, you know, just all these great things, because I personally don't like to be born. I love being an adult where I have all this freedom, expression, I can make my own choices, my own decisions. But as far as being an infant or a toddler or a child or a pre-adolescent or pre-teenager or preteen, no, thank you. I'll pass. So of course I want to make these incarnations last longer, right? And we're designed to regenerate. We're not designed to grow old and die, okay? That's what happens when you allow your ego to do all the driving, right? No, because ego just wants to get you safely from birth to death. And they don't care if that's 5 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. But for us that don't really like to incarnate and go through that infancy thing, then yes, it would be ideal that we could come and live in these bodies for as long as we choose, right? Awesome. Which of course some of my friends, they love that concept, but then they're like, no, I want to be reincarnated because I don't like my hair, or I don't like my eye color, or I don't like this and I don't like that. Well, then manifest something different. People are actually starting to do that. They're starting to wake up to enough creative energy and ability to manifest new eye color. I mean, it's all over YouTube. Okay, so now for me personally, I was my very first client that reached NUPs, NUPs, which I've had lots of clients come there after me, right? But I was the first one I worked with and cleared these. I cleared 5 at one time. And I like to have an emotional breakdown. No, I pretty much did have an emotional breakdown. I would get up in the morning and I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't even put on makeup. I would get in my car and I'd cry the whole way to work. I'd get to work and I'd sit down on the ground and cry some more. It was so emotional. So one thing I definitely learned about that is I will never clear more than 1 or 2 at a time for any of my clients. I recently had about 3 different clients that had NUPs and we cleared them. One of them had 2, and then I think there was 2 or 3 that had 1. Perfect amount. But any more than 2, no. It's just, that's how much you feel these clearings, right? Beautiful, beautiful work. And of course, also to the 3rd level, some of the other types of blocks are archetypes, right? DSB connections, which is actually our intuitive link to our higher self and our spirit guide team. And that's another extremely powerful one. So, yes, talk about powerful. The first time I cleared those for myself, again, like I said, I've always been the first one. I always go first. I get to these things because I did me first, And I was working with myself first before I started working with others. So yes, when I first did my DSB clearing, I would go to bed and I would go to sleep, and I'm not kidding. It was like someone had a megaphone screaming at me in this megaphone. I would wake up just irritated as all get out, and it was my higher self. It was my higher self, because of this DSB connection. It felt like she was just screaming at me. You need to do this, you need to blah, 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 blah. I'm like going, I'd wake up, and finally I just sat down and I meditated, and I said, look, we did this clearing work. I can hear you just fine. You don't have to scream. And so she didn't. But it did. It cleared up that connection. I mean, before she was just doing everything she could just to get my attention. Now all she's got to do is say, hey, what's up? You know, it's just like clear as a bell. So definitely, you guys, you definitely want to take advantage of this. And of course, you know, it covers pretty much everything, any kind of block that you can think of, and it's really whatever you want to create, truly. And even if it is just peace and well-being, okay, even if you just want, I don't know, just to be happy, peaceful, that works too, because I've had clients that wish for that. And then, like I said, it has a rippling effect. It ripples out into all areas, so that all areas are improved, okay? So it is whatever intention you want to set. And then, yes, so my friend, she was like, well, not my friend, my client, she says, well, I mean, all of my clients are my friends. All of you guys are my friends too. So, yes, she was like, so will I be doing this forever? And I said, well, as long as you want to create, then most likely yes, because I've been doing this for myself for a while, and I'm still doing clearing work. Now what happens though is once you start really creating your dream life, and things are really showing up in the physical way, you don't need them as often. Okay, so the last clearing I did for myself was almost a year ago, and I just recently did one. So it gets longer. Like, at first you do them as often as you can, right? Because you want to get that momentum. You want to get somewhere a little bit faster, right? And then after that, you will just intuitively feel it. Like, I know when I need a clearing. I just feel it. It's like, ooh. But that's just it. I'll never stop creating. I'll never stop manifesting. But I actually achieve, right? I actually achieve new levels of awareness. These upgrades, right? I can actually feel the transformation, and then it shows up in my reality in the physical way. So I don't think that I will ever stop creating, stop manifesting. Of course, I'll always, there'll be something more I want to experience, right? Yes, so it is an ongoing work. But like I said, it is super, super affordable. And for all of my clients that are getting in right now for the $111.11, I'm locking them into the current level 2 and 3 prices. So definitely think about that. Awesome. And we're almost to 500. Yay, I can't wait. Oh, and I've already got the next gift giveaway. It's a Chianti pendant, and it is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. It's this really high vibrational crystal, and it feels amazing. It's like it almost feels like it's alive. It's just that high vibrational. It just has that frequency. All right, Much love. And if you guys have any questions, hopefully all of this made sense, because I've never actually sat down and tried to explain it. Okay? Much love.